All right, a couple of weeks ago, I bought 3 sets for super cheap. I've showed you 2 of those already in 2 previous videos. This is the third. This is what I got. This is Star Wars Luke Skywalker's X-Wing. And I'm gonna show you the pieces that were messed up, how I replaced them, and then I'm gonna build it. And hopefully it comes out okay. Don't know exactly how it's gonna turn out. But if this interests you, it's coming up after this. Okay, I'm here to show you a little thing I'm doing here. I have Luke Skywalker's X-Wing, and I bought 3 sets that were damaged, extremely damaged on some of them. This one here, some parts are not even available, or at least I don't have them due to part restrictions. So I'm going to go through to show how I replaced them, and I'm going to show you the original pieces that's left of them. You can see the R2D2 is just totally mangled right there. I do have another one from another set, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. And so that is kind of out of the question anyways. The head is completely gone, or the helmet, or whatever you want to call it. And some are just partially messed up. I kind of try to restore them in a way where they'll still go together. They're hidden anyway, so they won't be seen. So anyway, this here is all the mangled ones, and these are all the good ones here. I also have some substitutes that I use, or I'm going to try to use if I can. And as you know, if you try to substitute with something you don't have, you always have to do it in twos, at least in twos. So let's start with Princess Leia's head. As you can see, that is extremely mangled on the bottom there. It won't even go on the stud. So I replaced her with something that was as similar as I could. We know Princess Leia, she's pissed off a lot. So I used that head instead. The hair is a little mangled, but I was able to kind of sand it out, get the dents out. I mean, hair, come on, it's not perfect anyways. Although I guess her hair is perfect, huh? So that's what I did with that. Everything else was good. Luke Skywalker was good. Let's put that in there. There's also this blue one, which luckily enough I have exactly the same one. So I was able to replace that. Set that aside. There was this wheel, which is to replace this one here, which isn't all that bad. I mean, it could be salvaged, but I went and replaced it anyways. That's a replacement exact. There's also these, I believe, it's either 2 or 3. 2. I believe they're for the engines. They're pretty bad. Not even round. That messed up. This one here could probably be salvaged, but I wouldn't have replaced it anyways. I have those. Those are right here. Exactly the same ones. And there's also these ones, these 2 around here, which is probably also for the engines. That one actually looks pretty good. So maybe I was mistaken, maybe they're perfectly fine. No, a little mangled right there. They were questionable. But I ran and replaced them anyways with good ones. Which are right here. Make sure I didn't grab the wrong ones. No, it looks like I did. One of these is actually a good one. That one is actually a good one. Because yes, this one here has a couple scratches, dings on it where they won't fit. Got those. This here, I was able to fix that because I just do not have that color. I know they make them in silver, but I couldn't find one, so I'm going to keep that one. If I can, or replace it with these. And as I said, when you change the look of it or the color of it, you got to use at least two. So I got those to replace it if I can't use them. The next one is this one here, the black with the little crosses in the center. I didn't have that color, but I did have silver, so I have two of those. There's also these three here, very simple, very well known. I do have those, as you can see. There's also this one, a white one. Doesn't look too bad. This is the mangled one here. So I was able to replace that one. There's also this little one here, all messed up there. As you can see on the stud. And then of course there's this one here, this pin, a little mangled there. Got the exact same one. Run a little gun. There's also this thing here. I couldn't find it at all, and I couldn't even tell really what it was. So the only thing I think of, the closest thing was this one. Same length. I assume it has to connect to the end, so hopefully this part here won't matter. I'll work around that as I get to it. And then the biggest part was these. I did find a silver one. I was able to somewhat restore that a little bit. It was completely in there. Now the hole is free now. I'm going to have to just use the silver one to replace that one. Or keep it either way. Well, the big thing I couldn't replace is these. This is completely ripped apart. This one here is mangled. I tried to salvage this one, but then realizing that this one's busted, there's no way I'm going to be able to replace it or do anything. So I'm going to try to use these right here. They're the same length. As long as I don't use the middle holes, I'm perfectly fine. So hopefully that'll work. If not, just going to work my way around it. These here, I'm going to replace those other yellow ones. Yeah, that one doesn't work because they are straight, but they're 6 instead of 5. Or 7 actually, I think they're 7. Okay, after looking for about 30 minutes, I just could not find anything like these. So my idea is either to use white with these. Silver is an option. And I do have some super glue. I thought maybe I could just make the piece like that. You know, it would have to be lined up almost perfectly. I mean, I could use these as probably a model that do it. Or just keep them off. I mean, if it doesn't matter if they're connected or not. If they need to be silver, I can always glue the silver to it. So I know they are glued. That way you can tell because they're multicolored. I can tell that they're actually glued. I don't want to glue them together with these ones really because you would never be able to tell. They'd be so sealed together they look like the same block. But white matches the X-Wing, so I don't see why that won't work. And they're not salvageable either. So anyway, I got that. Hopefully that works. And I'm going to start building, and then I'll show it to you when it's done. Bye for now. Okay, I finished building the Star Wars Luke Skywalker's X-Wing, but I ran into a few dilemmas, but was able to finish it successfully. The largest problem was the lasers right here. I had to completely replace most of the lasers, and most of the laser each. I mean, if there's 4 of them, I had to match each one. And it was only missing, or the parts were damaged for 1. Also, I used the yellow, those yellow 7x Technic things right here on the bottom. This is what they look like on top, the original ones. There's 2 of them there. There's actually supposed to be 2 of them here, but the 7 ones fit perfectly. There's a few other Technic elements inside, but they can't be seen, nor they have no access. The only access you have to it is that. Another part I had to replace was the landing gear. This right here, this very front landing gear. I was missing the original part. And I used that with a 1x3 plate, 1x2 tile, and a 1x1 tile to create the little landing gear there. As far as the build itself, not factoring that I had to search for hours and hours total for parts, or missing parts, replacing parts, things like that, which wasn't the seller's fault or Lego's fault or anything like that. It ended up being a pretty fun build, actually, if all the parts were original. It took me probably about 1.5 hours to build, not counting the time to search for parts. I love how you can push right here on this button here, if you do it right, and the wings open. Still sit down on the ground, they close. And there's a cool detail on the back. I don't know if you can see that there. There's very few stickers I could find since they're already applied anyway. Most of it's printed. Overall, the part usage is great, and it's a pretty simple build. And I should note, I did end up brick building R2D2 right here. I did that by using a 4x4 round plates and stacking them to create a somewhat detail, along with two 1x1 brick and 2 slopes. On the bottom, I used a 1x3 plate to keep it together. And once it's inside, it's a little hard to notice that it's not a full minifig. So it was nice that I was able to fix R2D2 somewhat. Well, that's my review for now. And stay tuned for the next one. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. It helps your algorithm and to bring you videos just like this one. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Or if you might have different ideas about how to fix anything you saw here. Thanks for watching. Bye now.
Please subscribe and hit that bell to be notified of videos I post. Thanks for watching.